Oh my God.
On prom night. Officer Trombetta?
How's everybody doing today? I can't sit behind the podium, so you guys gotta deal with me walking around a little bit. My name's Jack Trombetta. Like you said, I've been a police officer for 6 years now. I wanted to come talk to you guys, being that you guys are hitting a point in your life where you guys are gonna start making decisions. Can you guys hear me? Is that better? Yeah. All right. You guys are gonna make big decisions, small decisions that are gonna turn into big decisions. And I want to talk about a specific word today, and that word's reality. What's reality? Reality is the state of being true. It's real. It's fact. There's no change in reality, right? It's reality that I'm up here talking to you guys. It's reality that you guys are going to the prom. It's reality that most of you guys are going to have a good time, right? But some of you guys aren't. That's a reality, okay? It's a reality that by the time I get done talking today, someone's going to die in a motor vehicle crash involving alcohol or drugs, okay? It's a reality that sometime in your life, if it already didn't happen, you're going to come in contact with alcohol or drugs. Also a reality that most people in here are going to come in contact with alcohol or drugs and motor vehicle, okay? That's reality. So like I said, by the time I'm done, someone's going to die in the United States in a crash involving alcohol and drugs and motor vehicle. That's a probability that happens about every 20 minutes to a half an hour in the United States. So far this year, and we're 4 months through, 4,000 people dead already in the United States, motor vehicle crash. That's a fact. Okay, there's no change in that. That's reality, right? It's reality that the most dangerous place in the world are the state highways of the United States. More people die there than anywhere else. Any war, you die on the streets of the United States or the highways. That's reality. Now you throw alcohol and drugs in the mix, and that's not counting alcohol and drugs. Throw that in the mix, how much more dangerous does it become? So now I'm going to tell you guys a story. This is a story that involves me. It's a story that I think about every day. It affects decisions I've made. It's about a family. A mother, a father, and a son. The son was 17 years old. He sat in seats just like you guys. Listened to a presentation like this. Well, he graduated high school, was a baseball player, making all the right decisions in life, right? He had a full scholarship going to college. Well, it's that summer after he graduates, and his mother, she worked for a hospital, okay? She was a nurse. And they were having a business meeting down in Wildwood, okay? So all the people from the hospital were going to this business meeting, or like business picnic, and they were going to go to the boardwalk, they were going to hang out, and all the family members of the employees were also invited. So the mother, she wants her son to go. Well, think about it. It's the end of the summer. He's a week from then, he's getting ready to go to his dorm, start his college life. He really doesn't want to go to this, this picnic party. But you know what? He says he has to make a decision, right? He makes the right decision. He says, you know what? My mom wants me to come down. She wants me to be with her. I'm going to come down. So mom and dad, they go down to Wildwood, and the son, 17, just got his driver's license, hops on his motorcycle, tells his mom and dad, I want to meet you guys down in Wildwood. Well, I'll tell you exactly where I was that day. I was working, I was patrol, it was 2008, and I was in my patrol car running radar on Route 47. And a call comes out over the radio 14 Bravo 8. Now I'm Bravo 8, 14 is our dispatch. So I respond, Bravo 8. We got a report of a motor vehicle crash, Route 47, approximately milepost 15. Unknown on injuries. That's every day I get that call, right? Motor vehicle crash, unknown on injuries. Nothing, abnormal about that. So I hop in my car, I start heading in that direction. So now I get to, as I'm going there, 14 Bravo 8. Bravo 8. Also, got a report of a fire in that same vicinity. We don't know if it's related to that motor vehicle crash or not. 10-4. So I'm heading there. Now I know that I'm getting closer because now the traffic's starting to back up a little bit. Okay? So I'm passing cars. And now I come to this scene. First thing I notice is in the middle of the road, a fire. It's about 10, 15 feet in the air. I notice a telephone pole across the street, wires on the ground. Into the telephone pole is a Toyota Scion. There's a family on the shoulder of the road, a mother, a father, three daughters, young kids. I'd say like from 4 to 10 years old. They're all crying, but they're just in shock. Next to them is a motorcycle, a guy that he's there, he's got a broken arm, he's like hanging. I immediately see that it's broken. So I'm calling for rescue, calling for helicopters, calling for paramedics to come to the scene. But everybody there's really nothing I can do. So I gotta continue to see what's going on in this scene. So now, next to that fire, there's some sort of object about 10 feet to the right of the fire. Not really sure what it is because I'm about 100 feet away from it. So now I gotta move closer to that. So as I get closer, I see it's a body, right? I see a helmet on the head. It's something that you guys, I don't ever want anybody here to ever possibly have to imagine seeing. Something that I think about every day. Just disgusting, okay? So, this is the reality I'm in right now, right? That's reality. This isn't a made-up story. Over to the right, now what was on fire? That was a motorcycle on fire. Over to the right in the far shoulder, there's a trailblazer, red trailblazer. And to the left of that, on the shoulder of the road, is a lady. So now there's nothing I can do with the body. I check the pulse, right? It's a shame, there's nothing I can do. I gotta move on. So I move to this lady. As soon as I get within 10 feet of her, I start smelling alcohol. Get closer to her, she's moaning. But there's really nothing wrong with her. She's just moaning. There's people, there's witnesses everywhere. Now by this time, there's paramedics on scene, there's ambulance on scene, there's other officers on scene. We gotta identify this body that we don't know. I don't know by the way it looks, I don't know if it's a kid, I don't know if it's an adult, I don't know what it is. So now we identify this body, 17-year-old kid, okay? Now we gotta locate the parents to this kid. Now this kid sat in the same seat, he was the same age as you guys, getting ready to move on, make decisions in life. And he was making the right ones, but no more because of someone else's decision. So we identify the body, we locate the parents during Wildwood, right? So now we have Wildwood Police Department contact the parents, but they don't say anything. They just tell the parents that their son was in a motor vehicle crash. Now as Wildwood's finding them and they're bringing them to us, the fatal team comes out and we have a fatal investigation team. They determine exactly what happened by skid marks, by everything that occurred. And what happened was that trailblazer that the lady was moaning, She was driving northbound on Route 47. She crosses the road around the curve, crosses the yellow line, bang! Hits that motorcycle head on, bursts into flames. Car behind that, heading southbound, goes into the telephone pole. The telephone pole falls. Motorcycle behind that goes into a slide, and that's the scene. Well, now we get word that from the hospital that the lady that caused the accident, her blood alcohol level is 0.37. Now, I don't know if you even know if I could put that in perspective. The legal limit is 0.08. She's almost 5 times the legal limit, blood alcohol. Now, just so you guys know, your legal limit is 00. Okay, so if you're 0.01 and you cause that accident, it's a crime. It's murder. Okay? So now, the mother and the father, they're being brought to the police department. Now I'm the investigating officer. Now I gotta tell this mother and father, now they're being brought to, they're told their son was in a motor vehicle crash, right? When you're told that your son or someone you loved was in a motor vehicle crash, you're being brought to the police station. What's wrong with that? Where should you be getting taken to? You should be getting taken to the hospital, right? Not the police station. But they're getting brought to the police station, okay? So now I gotta tell this family, this mother and father with their only son, that he's no longer alive. Okay, so they come in, and the father, he knows, and he's constantly saying, my son, I know he's dead. Were they drunk? These are the things that are coming out of his mouth. But the mother, she was silent. She had a little hope left in her. Nothing came out of her mouth at all. Until I had to tell her that her son has been killed by someone who's been drinking alcohol. Okay? Now let me explain something to you. She let out a sound that cannot be described. Indescribable. It was as if someone reached their hand into her heart and pulled out a piece of her soul. It was a sound I never want to hear ever again. It's a sound that echoes in my brain, in my mind, every day. Okay? That's the reality. The reality is they have no more son. Okay? That's reality. That's the truth. That's fact. There's no change in that. Okay? Now, I want to tell you another story. It's not as long. This is a story about my family. Okay? I grew up in Middle Township. I went to Middle Township High School. Okay? And I lived next to my cousins. My aunt and uncle lived almost directly right next to me. So you can imagine how close I am with my aunt and uncle and their 4 sons. Okay? We did everything together. We went to holiday outings. We played sports together. They were our competition, right? Imagine how close I am with them. Now the oldest, he's dead. Because he made wrong decisions involving alcohol and drugs. I'm not really going to get into his story. But just know that he made wrong decisions and he died at the age of 25 because he got involved with alcohol and drugs. Not coming back. It's reality. Now the youngest son, he was doing everything right. He was making the right decisions in life. Okay? He went to Middle Township. He sat in these same seats you guys sat in. He was a superstar. He was the guy that walked down the hallway that everybody knew. Got a full ride to Temple University for soccer. He's in all the record books in Middle Township. You can look him up. Did everything right. Gets a full ride to Temple University, right? Excels there in soccer. Excels. Ends up being the number 2 pick in the professional soccer draft. Number 2. That's Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb in the football was the number 2 pick. He was number 2 pick in soccer. So imagine the talent he has. He had everything what he thought was important in life. He had the nice cars. he had the prestige of being a professional athlete. Well, he ends up playing for the Philadelphia Kicks, okay? And he's out, decides to go to a bar one night. Starts with a drink. Drink turns into 2 drinks. 2 drinks turn into 7 drinks. That's reality, right? He made a decision to put alcohol into his body. Well, he's with a friend. He hops in the car. He decides to go to Atlantic City in his Escalade. Nice, what he thought was important. Hops in the car, starts going down the Atlantic City Expressway. Now think of this. This is someone that I spent almost every day of my life with. Going down the Atlantic City Expressway, bang, hits a car, kills a man. This man's name is Wirt Cap. An uncle, a father, a grandfather, a brother, dead, life taken from him. Now my cousin, he's behind bars right now. And he wrote a letter that I'm going to read to you guys. Because this is his reality, right? Dear students, it is my hope and prayer that the words of this letter and the message presented today would not only hit the eyes and ears, but that they may open your hearts and minds to the importance that each and every decision we make in life affects our future. As I write these words from prison, I do so in honor of my victim, Mr. Wirt Cap, and his family. Please heavily consider the reality of today as you not only say yes to life, but you say yes to making the right decisions, and yes to owning up when you make the wrong decisions. Trust and know that I sat in your seat in a presentation like this not too long ago. And I never imagined being where I am today, not in a million years. But it is now my reality. And all because I didn't take messages like today's to heart. It is my heartfelt hope that you would learn from my reality so you do not have to experience tragedy like the way countless lives have because of one bad decision. Our decisions in life are everything. And they are what separate you from your peers in a good and bad way. You are only as intelligent as your last decision, and how, when, and why you make them should not be based on how easy they are or how popular they are. You don't make them because everyone is doing it, and certainly don't make them because you don't know better. You make decisions because they are the right thing to do all the time. They allow you to say yes to life. As you know, I was just like you, and I believe nothing bad could ever happen, but everything changed because I did not guard my decisions. Now I plead, do not be like me by neglecting the importance of every decision in your life. Please say yes to life and know that decisions determine your destiny. Guard your heart and your decisions above all things, for they are the integrity of life. Thank you for your kind attention, Matthew Mayer. Now, don't be the person that has to write the letter. Don't be the person that the victims are going to be talking about. Thinking your decisions, think them through. Don't make them quick. Sometimes you might think it's something small, but like I said, that small decision, to snap of a finger, can change a life, okay? And if the presentations you hear today, at any time, if you come into a decision that involve alcohol or drugs, and you think of presentations put on by people today, and you make the right decision, I feel that these people need to know that they're making a difference by coming out here and telling you their story and how alcohol and drugs have affected them. I appreciate your time. I hope you guys have a great time at the prom, and have a good day.